Hello everyone. Today we are going to perform practice test on detpractice.com. We will be using their mock test feature, which will give us detailed score on each question and also highlight our mistakes. If you want to check out this feature, please visit the link mentioned in the comment box below. Okay. Yes. No. It is. It. It. No. It's. 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 Here. Not sure. Correlation. My, my son just started working the sales department, big retail company. On hot summer days, we would sit on the porch, steam lemonade. Right? He was very unmatched, often believed outrageous stories told by gullible. I'm not sure about this, but I had to dash the this arm, the alarm system when we got home. Not only did my old watch dash my need for timekeeping, not only my old watch dash my need for timekeeping. Um, but oh my god. Uh, yeah, all my dash fit into small suitcase belongings. Yes. In the USA, the presidential inauguration is a historically significant ceremony attended by dignitaries and citizens alike. The camera surveillance, surveillance. I'm not sure what the spelling, right? While the acid lowers the pH levels of the substance, a base act was way, so I'm not sure. Mixed language skills. The session will have 18 to 21 questions. Read and complete. All right.
When someone eats too much of one thing, they become fat.
When someone eats too much of one thing, there should be a comma here, they become fat.
When someone eats too much of one thing, they become fat.
That's a fact. When someone eats too much of one thing, they
When someone eats too much of one thing, they become fat.
become critics of women are wild. They criticize and uh, his and they criticize his mammoths. They just to be they fail to note that it that it is Note that it is this very quality which makes it so different. I believe that's how it is. Critics of our early work is not really considered as revolutionary style. While they criticize his flamboyant cinematography, they fail to note that very it is this very quality. All right, I think it's good.
Science fiction is different from fantasy.
So, science fiction is different from fantasy.
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 This is much. Cloning is also an ideal way to determine the sex and properties of potential mother plants without ever having them undergo stress of flowering. This is much. This is much. This this is much better than taking a dash during. Uh, this is much better than taking. Excuse me. During flowering or putting 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 the flowering plant dash under a longer flowering plant under a longer dash equal to revert it back to vegetative growth. So a bit difficult. This is much better than taking a cutting during flowering. I'm not sure if cutting is the right word, but during flowering or putting a flowering plant base under a under a longer dash cycle. Uh, that's not so LIF dash cycle, a longer dash cycle to revert it back to. I don't think I'm getting this one. Let's move on.
It also varies seasonally, depending on which fruits and vegetables are ripe. It also varies seasonally, depending on which fruits and vegetables are ripe.
It also varies.
It also varies seasonally, depending on which fruits and vegetables are ripe.
It also varies seasonally, depending upon which fruits and vegetables are. I think there should be a comma. It also varies seasonally, depending upon which fruits and vegetables are. Okay. They are not active until they get to the right situation. They are not active until they get to the right situation.
Pests, pesticides, and global warming are all being considered as possible causes. Pests, pesticides, and global warming are all being considered as possible causes.
Pest or dust, I'm not sure. Pest, pesticide, and global warming. Let's see what he's saying.
Pests, pesticides, and global warming are all being considered as possible causes.
Purchasing a house is too risky, and to protect oneself from poor investment, one should only rent. Home ownership, don't rent. Home ownership, tell people to uh, people to the which can decide. Let's see, which can ash due to ownership people to the property they own, which can this is a, which can this can due to and value decrease in value. That's how it is. No, that's which can dash in value due to CI, the C, CI decline. Um, home ownership. Till people do the home ownership, what people own. Till or people to own proper to people to the property they own, which can dash in value due to an unstable market or uh, due to external due to dash factors, external factors such as environmental disaster. Okay, purchasing a house is too risky, and to protect oneself from poor investment, one should only rent homeownership. Till people only rent homeownership dash people to the property they own, which can dash in value. Homeownership property they own. Okay, no worries.
Primary athletic function is the body conditioning required for competition. Primary athletic function is the body conditioning required for competition.
Is the body condition required for competition? The primary athletic function is a body condition required for competition.
Primary athletic function is the body conditioning required for competition.
Conditioning required for competition. Okay, all right. I pinched the baby's nose, but gently. I pinched the baby's nose, but gently.
The surveyor uses the roving antenna to measure the points needed for the survey.
The survey are using the rowing antenna
The surveyor uses the roving antenna to measure the points needed for the survey.
to measure the needed for survey. The dash are using rowing antenna to measure MESURE, measure the points needed for survey. Well, I think we are not getting this part. What is it?
The surveyor uses the roving antenna to measure the points needed for the survey.
Okay, always. Often these results are skewed by many causes, such as dense probability clouds. Often these results are skewed by many causes, such as dense probability clouds.
Here, for the first time, he encountered Polish rural folk music.
Here, for the first time, he encountered Polish rural music.
Here, for the first time, he encountered Polish rural folk music. Here, for the first time, he encountered Polish rural folk music.
Rural folk music. Here, for the first time, he encountered Polish. All right. However, the passive voice is legitimately. The passive voice is legitimately used when the identity of an actor is irrelevant. However, the passive voice is legitimately used when the identity of the actor or agent is irrelevant.
Many problems of mathematical physics are formulated as initial boundary value problems.
Many problems are okay, let's hear the off part.
Many problems of mathematical physics are formulated as initial boundary value problems.
Physics are complicated as. Let's hear the last part now. Many problems of mathematical physics are okay.
Many problems of mathematical physics are formulated as initial boundary value problems.
Boundary value problems. Many problems of mathematical physics are formulated as initial boundary value problems. Okay. The feature he felt lacked the feeling and width of the short film. The feature he felt lacked the feeling and width of the short film.
Indian migration has spread the culinary traditions of the subcontinent throughout the world.
Indian migration is clearly. Let's hear out the middle part.
Indian migration has spread the culinary traditions of the subcontinent throughout the world.
The culinary art of excuse me. Indian migration.
Indian migration has spread the culinary traditions of the subcontinent throughout the world.
Of the subcontinent. N-T-I-N-E-T. The tradition of the subcontinent throughout the world. Okay, cool. If cancer is an enemy of humanity, a cancer is a friend of lobster. If cancer is an enemy of humanity, a cancer is a friend of lobsters. All right, let's move on to the interactive reading. Okay, the fashion industry is one of the versatile is one of the versatile and latest latest. Sure, let's find it out. Versatile and dash. Versatile in the world. The fashion industry is one of the most versatile in the world. World or industry system points. I think it should be world. It spans numerous industries and professions. Dash from designers, uh, ranging from designers to garment makers uh, to dash who work in textile to people who work in textile industry. Okay, I think that's how it should be. The fashion industry is one of the most versatile in the world. It spans numerous industries and professions, ranging from designers to garment makers to people who work in the textile industries. Excuse me. Select the best as the black. Textile industries. Citizens can take cues from many different eras to create pieces that are unique to their interest. Clothing was made by tailors and the people who had best sewing skills or by themselves. Uh, People who work in textile industries. Clothing was more ornate and difficult to produce, but became expensive. Create pieces that are unique to such as the Japanese textile industry was supposed to be. Okay, this is difficult. Its history is as long as dating back to early 1940s. So clothing was made by tailors, people who had clothing was made by tailors. Designers take the piece. I think it should be that one, but I'm not 100% sure. Its history, I think it should be this one as well. Its history is long and very one, dating back to the early 1940s. And that's okay. What are some of the different profession involved in the fashion industry? What are some of the different okay um, professions? Um, in the industry, it spans numerous profession. It spans numerous profession for the people who work in textile industries. This one, that's cool. How can designer create clothes that are fashionable and unique to their interest? How can designer create clothes interest? Government designers can take different from historical research. The government designer can take use excuse me, Japanese people have a large supply of fashion, actually very popular and people follow the trend. It's the one. They're the best title, the fashion of pirating, the history of fashion design. Okay, that's one more. Let's begin. Hybrid and electric cars are while hybrid and electric cars have different power sources, but they both are considered to be good. Uh, they are both considered dash-friendly vehicle, environmentally friendly vehicle. When it comes to economy and ecology, electric cars are superior dash hybrid. Superior, uh, electric cars are superior to hybrids. Hybrids. The electric car require almost no maintenance, while the hybrid may need a transmission fluid change every 20,000 miles. However, the dash need the batteries in these dash need to be frequently charged. However, batteries in these cars need to be frequently charged, which can drive dash your electric. If drive up your electric bill. Okay, I think that's good. Set the best sentence to fill in blanks. Passage. Electric bills. Hybrid cars, on the other hand, have more acceleration power. Give the driver more acceleration power, with some models capable of going from 0 to 60 per hour in under 10 seconds. But it can also be difficult to charge them on long trips. Electric cars are expensive, but they are highly efficient. They can be driven on gasoline or road. It can be difficult to charge them on long trips. That should According to the text, which of the car is superior in terms of economy and ecology? Um, what are two advantages of fully electric car compared to hybrid car? Fully electric car. The electric car is superior to hybrid. The electric car requires almost no maintenance. The hybrid the batteries. What are two advantages of a fully electric car compared to a hybrid car? Just charge. Select two different things in this. Not sure because the electric car is not difference. And mm, okay, this is difficult because they are asking about two advantages of fully electric car compared to hybrid car. However, the batteries in these cars need to be frequently changed. So I'm not sure. Just pick one. Select the idea that is expressed in the passage. The electric motors do not run on gasoline. In addition to this, as long as the cars, electric vehicles have been around for a while. They have been used in commercial taxi economical than electric counterparts can be charged using standard household outlets. Matter of minutes, no. In addition to this, there's significantly lower cost. Hybrid cars can last longer. Yeah. Okay. Consider the best item to move to the All right, let's move on to the listening. About sitting people. Mm, you're a student in journalism class. For today's lecture on reporting, you approach your professor to ask them more about what it means to cultivate sources. Approach your professor to ask them more what it means to cultivate sources. Then answer. Cultivate sources. Okay. I'll talk to you about the most recent essay, but I really enjoyed your class and I learned a lot from you. About something you mentioned to this lecture.
Sure. What was it?
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of research. Well, we were talking about let's start with this. Talking about how reporters should cultivate sources.
Absolutely. Cultivating sources refers to the process of developing relationships with people who can provide information for stories. This can be done in a number of ways, but some common ones are attending events that potential sources are likely to be attending, initiating conversations, or asking current sources for additional people they may know.
Okay. Like networking. Yes. Like networking.
In a way, yes. But unlike traditional networking where the goal is to meet as many people as possible, the goal with cultivating sources is to develop deeper relationships with key people who can provide you with information that you need about a topic.
Okay. Well, I was wondering why you think that. I see. And is it important to have those relationships? Why is it how is it supposed to be?
It makes your job as a reporter more efficient. Instead of having to call strangers for information or contact public relations departments, you can reach out to your sources and get the information that you need quickly and easily.
Thanks. Let's put this. This is okay. So this is conversation with the chief professor. Which conversation about the scenario below. You are a nervous student, excuse me, who is nearing the end of their undergraduate studies. You're trying to decide if you should apply for a job, studies, or should apply for a doctoral program. Okay. Uh, Professor, I hope you're doing well. About my, I'd like to share my experience. So I have some great news to share.
Hi, I'm doing well, thanks. What can I do for you?
I wanted to get your opinion on something. I'm nearing the end of my graduate. I'm trying to decide if I should apply for a job or I should apply for a doctoral program. I'm thinking about accounting.
That's a tough decision. Have you been looking at jobs in the field that you're interested in?
See, looking for so what is it used to?
That's true. A doctoral program would give you the opportunity to gain more knowledge and research experience in your field so that you can eventually get a job that you want. It definitely takes a lot of time and commitment, but it can be very rewarding. If you're not sure if an advanced degree is for you, why don't you try working in your field for a few years and then decide whether or not to pursue a doctorate later on?
Okay, so in this conversation with the professor, this section will have two writing questions, one write up of the portal and one interactive writing. All right. So you will have 5 minutes to write. Then you will write a follow-up response for 3 minutes. Okay. Freelancing artists make a living by independently selling their art and artistic skills rather than working for a company. What are some pros and cons for this career option? Because there's a reason in the answers. Okay. Well, sell their art. Organization. Uh, product, which include which includes scaling of freedom of and also learning like these information on product industries fixed and are bounded by certain limitations to CRTA, certain limitations to what they can do. This limits the artistic expression, which is the main thing that possesses um, uterus artists prefer to um, work with any company and hence can be more um, um, secondly, for artists, artists are to work with the company. They are um, often on their contracts which mention just their salary, salary, salary. This can be freelancing or who is that with any company and can profit to themselves which they So people do the um, the free post like artist. um, to post. How does creative freedom associated with being a freelance artist influence the pros and cons? Associated with being freelance artist influence the pros and cons listed. How does the creative freedom associated with being freelance? Uh, the main tribute of artist is uh, this. Best book book um, translation not legal and or to hold to rate translation. Uh, notes to be agreed to be agreed on first where quality of create um, this is first step what you have been creating. So limits it's to go to to okay. I think speaking this section will have these speaking question. For each question, you'll have 20 seconds to prepare and 90 seconds to respond. Let's begin.
Discuss the long-term impacts to a country from a natural disaster, like an earthquake or hurricane.
Disaster.
Discuss the long-term impacts to a country from a natural disaster, like an earthquake or hurricane. Discuss the long-term
I feel that there can be many long-term effects on countries where there are natural disasters. One of the examples that I can think of is Japan, because the earthquakes are really very frequent in Japan. So many a times there are cases that the earthquake kind of destroys a lot of infrastructure. So building this destroyed infrastructure is really important. Japan being like Japan is basically a country on the tectonic plates, and that is the reason why there are so many earthquakes there. Hence, it is very imminent that Japan is going to face a lot of earthquakes. And so there are multiple times that earthquakes have really made a lot of impact there. Like the one that I can think of is the earthquake that happened in 2001, which kind of devastated the entire country of Japan. This is an image of a girl who is posing. The image is monochromatic, which means that it is in black and white. The image also shows that the photograph is being taken for some kind of brand, a clothing brand. A woman in the photograph is wearing a white colored tank top, and her facial expression makes me feel that she is a professional model. The second reason that I feel that this is a clothing brand photo shoot is the background of the image. The background of the image consists of some wooden structure, and this wooden structure looks like it's a vintage wooden structure. I can also see that there is sand on which the female model is standing. So this makes me feel that the background or the location is near some beach or desert. Speak about the topic below for 90 seconds. Discuss the use of traditional medicines and modern medicine in your country. Excuse me. Traditional medicine and modern medicine in your country. What are some of the examples of traditional medicine? The use of traditional medicine, increasing, decreasing, or remaining the same. What is your opinion on traditional? So in my country, there are few parts where the traditional medicines are still used, like in the rural parts. Whereas in the urban cities, there are modern medicines in which people normally believe. Some of the example of traditional medicines is the medicines that come from the plant, like the herbal medicines. In the rural area, people still believe that using the traditional medicine is way better than using the modern made medicine. The reason is quite the same, that the modern made medicines are not 100% herbal, or they're not made 100% out of the trees. The modern medicines are made by mixing some of the chemicals, which can be bad for a human body. So the thing of using traditional medicine is kind of increasing, and it's still increasing in the rural areas, but it is also becoming the part of the modern areas as well. And I
Talk about a masterpiece of art or literature that you know about.
So I would like to talk about a masterpiece that was created by Leonardo da Vinci, and the name of the masterpiece is the painting of Mona Lisa. This painting was created during the old times, but the thing that stands out in that painting is the level of details that Leonardo da Vinci has taken care of. The painting just shows a picture of a woman and she's wearing a normal attire, but the painting consists of so many details about the ornaments she's wearing or the dress that she's wearing. So, if you look at it from the artistic perspective, the painting kinds of tells the story, like, for example, the mood of the person in the painting, or like the way how she is dressed or the ornament she's wearing. That is one of the painting that I feel is one of the masterpiece, and it will stay forever in the history. Okay, writing and speaking sample. Write about the topic below for 5 minutes. Do you believe that violence in movies and video games cause violent behavior? Provide reason to support your opinion. Okay. Yes. Mm. What qualities do you think are essential to be to a good teacher? Essential to a good teacher, and why do you think those qualities are so important? What qualities do you think are essential to a good teacher? What qualities do I think is essential to a good teacher? What do you think those qualities are good? Good listener. I feel that the qualities required to become a good teachers are being a good listener and also being skillful in what he or she is teaching. The reason why I feel that being a good listener is the primary quality for becoming a good teacher is because the teacher has a role in which she leads like around 20 to 30 students. In such a huge crowd, it is really necessary to understand each and every student's limitations or any concerns or complaints that they have. Being a good listener will kind of help the teacher to address various concerns that each and every student has, and this kind of makes students very comfortable around teachers. The second quality that I feel is really important is being skillful in what he or she teaches. Now, the reason why I feel that this quality is important is because I have seen cases where there are teachers and professors who are teaching mathematics as a subject, but they don't have like a deep knowledge of what they are teaching. Now, this could lead to a lot of bad things for students. For example, each student who is learning mathematics under that teacher's supervision would not be able to grasp the proper knowledge of mathematics. And this could be devastating for the student's future because school is the place where you get like all the initial knowledge, which acts as a building block for students' future. So, this is the reason why I feel that being an experienced and a deep knowledge teacher is really important to become a good teacher. So, in conclusion, that is why I feel that being a good listener and being a professional in what they are teaching are the qualities that are required to become a good teacher.